Hey there, VC. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. I would appreciate it. Check out this new Great Lakes IPA that I've got. Kind of a nice looking little can there. Got some sailboats out there on the getting ready to hit the shores of Lake Erie. Anyway, that's not why you tuned in, right? So I'm doing a quick review here of an album that was originally released back in 1977, and it has just been re-released and remastered. And I am talking about a solo album from Mr. David Coverdale called Whitesnake. There you can see the front and the back there. Let me show you this vinyl because it's pretty cool looking. Get this out of here. It's got that, what do they call that, Coke bottle look to it there. Let me turn it up that way. So anyway, this album was originally recorded during 1976. This is right after Coverdale had ended his time. Deep Purple broke up, and so he was out on his own. He had considered joining a couple of other bands, including an offshoot band with Ian Pace and John Lord. Didn't want to do that. Also didn't want to join Uriah Heep. So he decided he was going to start a solo career. Now, interestingly enough, the album, of course, is called Whitesnake. And we all know that after this album, he went on to form the band Whitesnake. But this is a little bit different for David Coverdale. Not really so much. If you're familiar with the earlier incarnation of Whitesnake, then this album is not going to take you by as much of a surprise. But if you only know Whitesnake from Slide It In and beyond, then this might be a bit of a shock to you, because this is rock and roll. It is rock and soul a lot too. And it's got some good ballads on here. It's got a fantastic ballad called Hole in the Sky. And this is not nearly as heavy as later Whitesnake would become. But it is still a darn good album. If you are into earlier Whitesnake and you don't have this album, and I imagine a lot of you probably have picked it up in some form or another down the road, but it's, like I said, it's remastered, sounds nice, good sounding album, done well. I would recommend you pick it up if you don't already have it, or if you're just somebody who likes 70s rock with a little bit of R&B to it, and this is David Coverdale, a young David Coverdale, sounded really good on this album. He's got Mickey Moody co-writing some of the songs and playing guitar. Simon Phillips is on drums on here. Sounds great. Some of these songs, I'm trying to think. Celebration is the last song on here, and the drums on that sound really good. It's just a good 70s sounding record, and they made him kind of, when they first put this thing out, they tried to promote it as the voice of Deep Purple, even though he didn't really want to do that, but he understood why they would need to. Starts off with a good rocker, Lady. Blind Man. Blind Man is probably one of the closest songs to a little bit later Whitesnake. It's a good rock and blues type deal. It's slower, but it has a little bit of a heavier sound to it. And I have found myself really enjoying this album. And I realize, though, like I said, this would not be for everyone. If you're only into the really heavy rock type thing, this album's not for you. Okay, if you only like later Whitesnake, if you don't like any of that earlier Whitesnake stuff, or you don't like a little bit of soul or whatever, into, you know, because I mean, this has like some background, you know, background female singers on some of the songs. There's horns in a few of these songs, so it's got that kind of vibe. I'm just telling everybody out there because I don't want to steer somebody down the wrong path. Even though I really enjoyed this album, I realize a lot of people would not. So I'm just kind of trying to give you an idea of what it is and what you might anticipate. I wouldn't want to recommend an album to somebody and they're like, well, this is totally stupid. This is not what I expected. I'm trying to tell you what to expect. But it is a very nicely done album, and I enjoy it. So that's my recommendation for it. I'm not going to go through all of the songs on this. I just wanted to let everybody know that this was out. It's remastered. It used to be a very hard to find album. So now, you know, you go down to your local mom and pop record store and you could probably pick one up. I'd like to thank my friend Don Osborne for telling me that my record store, Gromies, still had one left. So I was able to pick that up. So anyway, hey, if anybody else has this album, let me know. Let me know which early Whitesnake albums might you recommend to some of my other viewers here. Until the next time, remember, I am on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. Really appreciate everybody who is tuning in. My name is Gary. It's Physical Format Rock and Roll. Until the next time, I will see you down the road.